such an asshole.
We have an interesting request, and it comes from a lady, which is becoming more common. We're getting about one a week. Once again, Atham has not protected the door. Atham has let all the women in. The guy gets a vasectomy, and then he leaves his post. Now we got a bunch of broads in here asking questions, giving me money. Hi there. Let me get to the original quest. Overall, should I marry and eventually start a family with my boyfriend or keep looking? Video or email response works fine for me. I'll anonymize some of these things because you want a video. He's been talking about getting engaged at the 1 year mark. This is a weird way to open it up. What gives me pause is he's not very generous and not very adventurous. Me, you're in your mid-20s. You are attractive. Well, okay, I don't know if you're attractive. You're in shape. Attractive feminism. Majored in a good field, and now you have a good position in that good field. You worked, you kind of traveled for your work doing a standard type of job college age girls would do. When I finished college without debt, good for you. In my free time, I work on side projects, cook, ride dirt bikes, fly, fish, read, etc. Hey. Not religious, enjoy sex, conservative libertarian politics, and traditional values. Well, you probably could find another guy. I'll just tell you like that right now. You probably could find another guy. He is in his younger 30s, good looking, a high-level engineer of a certain type in a very unique field. Conservative libertarian. He is dated, but I'm his first true girlfriend. Reads a lot. That's not a real sport and plays video games. That's not a real thing. That's not. He's the funniest person I have met in my life and have ever known to exist. His humor and strong morals and values are what I really, really love about him. We're both fun-loving, happy cynics. We could sit on a park bench and laugh our asses off together all day. I've been trying to figure out if I'm being an entitled kuwantahaha, and she used the word, not me, or if he's really not treating me well. That is he just being fair? Or is he not valuing me? I'm talking about the absence of little things like buying my coffee once a week and filling my gas tank up after I picked up stuff for him in my truck. And he got a truck too. And then drove another hour one way to see him. He's never come to see me, only met halfway. I appreciate he doesn't blow money on stupid shit, but the dude makes over 6 figs. It'd be not a nice gesture to not make me awkwardly check out separately for my $2 coffee at the gas station. I support myself, but I can't deny it's nice to feel like a man wants to provide for you a little bit. I think it's biological. That is pretty cheap. That's really cheap. Even I'll say, thanks. My girlfriend will look, and then she'll grab her wallet because she knows I'm like, yeah, you're paying this time. You got to remind women that. Otherwise, they'll go right into just thinking it's all got to keep coming. They will. It's their automatic default. They just like, oh, okay, this is how it was the entire time. They don't even think that. They think it's just natural because that's how it used to be. You got to remind them, ho, ho, ho. Hello, hello. This thing on? Hello, hi. Yeah, quality. Yeah, pay for this. Hey, you got some car repairs. Yeah, why don't you pay for that? There you go. That's it. Now you're a big, strong, independent woman. But yeah, you could buy a $2 for anything to save your time. $2 coffee. Speaking of biological, the sex isn't great for me, but I'm still very attracted to him and think he just needs pointers. His dad left when he was 13. My parents are still together. I'm used to seeing my dad do small stuff for me and my mom. Also used to other guys doing thoughtful things like this, though I admit it sounds a little kuantahahi. I'm very generous and loving, would much rather be trying to outdo each other and would much rather be trying to outdo each other than just keeping everything completely separate. Oh, I see what you're saying. You'd be outdoing each other for nice things. Okay, I see. I worry that I will miss out on adventures in life because he won't want to spend the money to go do some things like rent dirt bikes in Moab. Well, geez, what are you doing Friday? To me, this stuff is worth it. I'll do these things alone, but if I'm going to be in a relationship, it'd be nice to do them with my partner. He has some anxiety stuff he has gotten past. Used to get panic attack. No. I'm a little millennial, short and weak. I blame on things, then I take a tweak. When I get my liberal arts degree, taxpayers come bail out me. I'm sorry. He's in STEM. I'm just joking. I just don't believe in the anxiety or panic attacks. But he still doesn't like driving on highways, so I have to do things like drive to visit friends out of town alone. Well, that's probably why he didn't want to drive to see you. I don't think that has anything to do with him being cheap. I mean, if he's afraid. Now, look, it sounds like a pussy, frankly. And at that age, he should be getting over this shit. He's so fucking funny, though. I love him. He does have strong values and would make a great father. I'm just a little bummed. It doesn't seem like I could count on him to bring adventure to my life, which I have always created for myself. My boyfriend and I are natural best friends. The 90% match as good as I can hope for. These are things I'm overcomplicating. No, because look, there's problems he's got that aren't your fault and not even necessarily his fault. And, you know, your dad breaks up the family and leaves. You come from a dysfunctional home. That's going to leave a mark. I don't believe in the anxiety. I know he thinks he's got it, but I'm sorry. Sometime down deep in your soul, you got to be man. Say, I don't care how bad this feels. I'm going to push through the fucking day and I'm not going to crack and be some bawling sob of shit. I'm going to drive at night on the highway 5 over the speed limit, no matter how annoying and grating it is to my nerves to push through it. And some men don't fucking do that because, whatever because reasons there. I'm a little millennial, short and stout. Here's my SSRIs. Here's my cocaine and weed. I'm not accusing your boyfriend of that. So some of this is not his fault, which explains also some of his behavior, so it has nothing to do with you. But yeah, man, I understand if you want to go and ride dirt bikes in Moab, that takes money too. And I agree with you that life is not meant to be, because here's what I'm afraid. Like, look, you like the guy personally, you enjoy spending time with him. It's just you say like, hey, can we leave the apartment? Can we go somewhere else? And it just sounds like he just, because when you mentioned his game, it reads a lot, it does this sport, which isn't a real sport, and plays video games. That no. No. And it doesn't sound like you guys are living together. But it just sounds like you really enjoy his personality and you love him. It's just he's not gonna, that. So I had some other questions. Well, what was his past like with his dad gone at 13? Was he brought up poor? Did he get any help with the folks to pay for college? And a good question to ask was, how was his 20? Working to pay off debt, stable job. Also, does he have any financial goals that require such frugality? Like, does he want to buy a house for cash? Is he worried about the economy? And how are both your current finances? No credit card debt, any card debt, any other outstanding liabilities? Are you worried just about the money thing, or also worried this would parlay into cutting into your inventory? Perhaps just him staying home watching TV and not going out exploring life. Finally, okay, so you don't get a cup of coffee, but is he preventing you from riding dirt bikes in Moab? Would he object if you went to Europe with your girlfriends? Now, I know I'm going to catch a lot of flack from the guys. He says, I apologize. I work at blah, blah, blah. Admittedly, my original questions are kind of lame and rambling. They're questions. The answer is probably just, if you're thinking of getting married, actually talk about how you two would plan to spend and save money together, your financial goals and life goals, blah, blah, blah. If that's the case, do you want to call an audible and make a video speaking to women about signs they have met a quality guy? I know it's kind of the opposite of your norm, but chicks could use some older brother advice. No, that'd be a waste of time. Women, I know you and a handful of truly independent-minded women have come. That's a waste of time. I could throw advice up, and I have, but humans don't want to listen. They want to believe their house will go up magically in value forever, and they don't have to save for retirement. And girls want to believe they're 27 and intelligent and know everything, and they'll be hot for the rest of their lives. There's no reason to try to attempt to sell truth to women. I'm terribly sorry. To girls that want to seek it, sure, here it is. But they do need help. They're just not going to take the help. So let's continue on with this. If you think I'm in need of more guidance on the original question I answer your follow-up questions below. Okay, good. He was brought up without much extra, similar to my background, but marginally poor. Neither of us had help paying for college. I see the point you're leading me here, though. and it's helpful. He did enjoy his 20s, went to a prestigious university, pretty good university because it was nearby, but hated the town and how lefty everything was. Yeah, plus you go straight north at university, it's shit. He's very principled and hates interacting with leftist retards. He worked hard and paid off his student loans as quickly as possible, but only started loving his job after getting a new one in the last 2 years. Lived at his mom's and saved money. He bought a home a few months ago. Oh, with a 25% down payment. Good for him. We have talked about if we got married and I moved in next year, we might go ahead and pay it off 5 years together, but he has a 2.5% interest rate. So he might want to save, invest in other ways. He also may not want you to pay it off because that would be commingling assets. And I would not recommend you do that either. The only person who's ever paid off my mortgage is me. That's it. I'm the only one's ever paid off my mortgage. Me. You know who owns my house? Me. Well, actually, I don't have a house yet. It'd be the state of South Dakota would also own it. That'd be part interest owner. Originally, when I wrote you, I was annoyed with him for not wanting to buy me a $2 coffee when I do similar gestures for him. I was thinking it was a warning sign of something else, but now I've thought through things that he's probably just a bit uncomfortable with just having made a large down payment and some improvements on his home. We are pretty transparent with each other. He's got a significant amount in the bank, but yeah, that can't feel great when he had more than twice that a few months ago. Yeah, but that's a lot in the bank. That's a pretty safe cushion. He can afford a $2 gas station coffee. Bought his car cash, no credit card debt, no financial liability. Same both for me. A single uncle, very close, as I say to him. As far as not being adventurous, I think some of that will become more clear when the world is less closed due to the very scary virus that over 99.5% survival rate. He wouldn't prevent me from doing anything alone. Still a little concerned that his anxiety keeps him from road trips with me at the moment. But I need to get all right. Let's deliver 2 bits of information. One that I think will somewhat address it, but will also be an issue for a lot of women out there if they want to listen. And then we'll talk about anxiety. All right. First, we could call it the Maslow Man. Yeah, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And at the bottom, you just safety, saber-toothed tigers. Then I guess food, clothing, and shelter, and then belonging. And it doesn't matter. And the reason it doesn't matter to the Maslow Man is because the Maslow Man has had his formative years in the lower 2 echelons of hell in Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I speak from experience because this is me. I can't relax. I can enjoy life. I could do it, but it's immediately harking back to, okay, is this good? There's no stability. Right? And that lasted until my 30s, where you didn't know of how long you'd have a job, bankers lying, teachers lying, all that. And if you come from a broken home and you had to put your own way through college, which he did, it's not like they came from June and Ward Cleaver and had everything taken care of. Not to say you did. You had to work and you persevered and somehow didn't come out of it with anxiety. But maybe not so much your boyfriend, but there are a lot of dudes out there like that who come from broken homes, broken up families, single moms, single dads, majored in the wrong thing, couldn't find a job, were lied to, but we're hired and given preferential treatment, hired over because affirmative action. Everything lied about women. Everything is that bad. So again, I got to look up the word. There is a latent background post-traumatic stress type of condition they claim to exist. But the short version is this. If the first 25 years of your life sucked because your parents, teachers, guidance counselors, professors all lied to you and sucked money out of you, gave you a shitty degree, and oh, by the way, you dumped into the great and merciful Corona chain recession, guys are gonna be times were tight. There was no money. They're gonna be very guarded of their money and their resources. Very. Now, someone who lives at home, they're not gonna worry about that. But just so you know, and not only are they guarded about their resources, they're guarded about their time. I don't want to say their emotion, but they're gonna be like, nah, lady, you step back. Like, no. I've went out, I've dated, I've done that. I've had a girlfriend or two. Some guys have been divorced. Like, there's not enough resources. There's not enough time. I got to make up for lost time. I was lied to. And now the experience with girls that I've had in the past, not that good. It's been a waste. And so they're not as gung-ho and they're not going to be shelling out the money, and they're not going to be buying. I'm still trying to figure your boyfriend out. A $2 coffee. I mean, come on. I just be like, let's go. I mean, here, give me the coffee. I don't want to like wait for you. Let's get out of here. But I have been poor enough or unsure of my income enough where it's like, whoa, like when Red Bull first came out, the power drinks, I can't afford that. Wow, that's too expensive. Who could afford that? Only rich people could afford that. I could afford lip balm at one time. That was a fun winter and a half. Right. But there's a generation, especially among your age cohort and any young women who are brave and courageous and amazing enough to listen. A lot of these guys somewhat battle fatigued, and they are very conservative about the research because they don't know where they're going to get their next job. They don't know. There's no stable employment. They got to pay off student loans. You know? And so I could see where men would be a bit frugal to the point you think it was cheap. But this is something wrong. There's something here I can't put my finger on. So that's the finance thing. The other problem that I see, he's got mental problems. I'm not saying he's psycho. He just has some mental issues. Whether I believe in anxiety or not, it doesn't matter. All right. He has anxiety issues. He can't drive a car at night. Also, what concerns me, his hobbies fucking suck. I mean, I know everyone's hobbies is their own thing, but none of those are active. Does he go to the gym? Does he what? And oh, wow, really? The sex isn't that good. Imagine that. And I can't answer this question for you simply because I don't know. You seem to love the guy. You seem to get along great with the guy. But at the same time, this guy, what you need to do is go have a conversation like, hey, you need to get over this anxiety shit. You need to grow a pair of fucking balls. I mean, be nicer than what I'm saying. You need to figure out how to drive because we are going to go on adventures. We're going to go do things. And I remember one girl I dated, I was in my late 20s. She's like, we need to go somewhere. You work all the time. I'm like, well, where's the fucking money? This girl got a job because her granddad was a number 3 guy at a big company. I'm like, oh yeah, well, where's the fucking money go? Well, I'll pay for it. No. I'm paying it myself. Well, anyway, that's a different debate. But she like, no, we are going to go. And she was right. I should have long ago said, fuck it with work, save the money and not save the money, spent the money and gone to Glacier or Rocky Mountain National Park or whatever. You have to have that same kind of talk, like, and you have a right to go and enjoy these things. And here's the ultimate reason why I'm recommending you go have a chat with him and still leave it on the table that you'd leave him. I think you'll find a guy. I will. Because if I should have probably asked for pictures to see what we're dealing with, make sure you have 2 eyes and not 3 nostrils or something. But if you're that height and that weight, chances are in good shape. You're not a Marxist feminist quanta, ha ha. You have a legitimate job, a legitimate profession. You have really cool hobbies. You should be able to find a guy. You should. There should be a quality guy out there somewhere for you. So that's still on the table. But you seem to love this guy, and that's very rare. You laugh, you guys could talk for hours, dude. That doesn't happen. It doesn't come along. So you need to talk to him, say, look, if I'm going to commit, we're going to keep, you got to leave the house. I want to go here. All right. And it's like, I know you're conservative about money, but we can budget it. We could save it. And that may be his primary concern. There may be some in his past that happened financially you didn't know about because the behaviors seem to be that. But you got to say, why are you so stingy with money? I mean, that's a very legitimate question. Like, dude, I drive all the way here. I got this. It's like, is there something wrong? Do you have a fear of losing, or is it like, and maybe you got people old enough in your family that remember the Great Recession. They saved rubber bands. Look, I know a woman that has a rubber band drawer. I'm like, oh, good Christ, lady. There's people like that. And so you got to find out why you like this way, because frankly, it's not acceptable. I want to go and travel. I want to travel with you. I mean, you're going to be more polite than what I'm doing right now. Because shoot, hey, if he does, and hey, buddy, you don't want to take your girl to Moab and go dirt bike riding? Don't worry, I will. You let me know. Let me know when you're going. I'll, you know what? I'll even pay for her rental. Should I go to Moab by myself and go dirt bike riding? This is great. And just say, we're doing this. right? You're not staying around and I think something will come out and you could solve it. And then here's the big thing, because this applies to men and women equally. If he says, I will make changes, but then he doesn't, then you do not move in with this guy. Do not move in until he proves that he is like going to make an effort. Not saying he's going to cure his anxiety tomorrow. Not saying he's going to pick up mountain climbing and become like me. But who does? But if he makes effort, if he puts forth the effort and really tries, okay, he drives to meet you. He buys you the coffee. He gets you the occasional bouquet of flowers. By the way, guys, just so you know, a little hint. In the olden days, in the before time, back when you could ask women out in public, flowers were expensive. They were pretty pricey. Now, I don't know what happened, but you could get some great flowers that'll last a long time at your local grocery store for like $4. Okay, now, of course, in the olden days, you would get girl flowers, maybe like, hey, you want to go out sometime? And that worked, I think, once. But you save this for your girlfriend. I mean, and to your point, he could afford to get you a bouquet of flowers that cost $6 at the local, whatever, Fred's or Cub or whatever you guys got out in that state you're in. But the frugality is not even my main concern. My main concern is he's sitting on his fucking ass and he's got anxiety and he will not go and live life. You seem to be a very adventuresome type of gal with fly fishing. You got to hike for that shit. You know that. You want to go out into Moab? Have you been to Moab? That's an intimidating park because there's nothing out there. And you get injured, you're screwed. You're always going to have that nagging at the back of your mind. And it would be great. So find out why he's like this and say, hey, it means a lot to me. If you come, and who knows, maybe he's been with his head buried in work and school this entire time and just trying to get by. He may love hiking. He may, oh my gosh, why did all of that? And you have the right to say, because what you're asking for is not irrational. It's quite reasonable. Let's go to Moab and enjoy life while we're young. You're not saying let's go rent $10,000 bikes or get the fanciest hotel in Moab. I mean, that's perfectly all right. That's perfectly reasonable. You guys have no debts. So yeah, he does need to loosen the strings, but there might be some reason. And then, but more importantly, he has got to get over driving at night. Because there's going to be some guy who's going to make you laugh a little bit, not as much, but he'll be much more masculine. Oh, by the way, you will meet him out hiking in the Moabs or Colorado. His name is, what would like the really good looking, cool, non-pot smoking, mountain climbing hippie be? Lance? He's got that beard. He's all like, yeah, man. I'm just oh yeah, I'm on furlough from the National Park Service. I'm over in Glacier, but snowing. And so now I'm down here in Tucson. I run into a bunch of park rangers from Glacier who were down in Tucson. And he was talking like this and and he might as well have been saying, I get so much pussy. I slay the pussy, man, because girls see me in my calm demeanor, my long hair with my beard, and think, oh, I could totally approach him. But then they also notice I wear a hiking shirt that's a little bit too tight. And then we go hiking, and I'm like, hey, do you want me to carry your pack for? Oh, it's practically they spread those lips open for me, man. That's what he was saying when he translated it to cool national park ranger hippie who don't smoke man to regular human English. If you think I paid a boo. Yeah, there you go. Original, that would be helpful to women to watch your videos that aren't feminazis. Yeah. They're out there. All three of you. I guess you're number 4. You're number 4. We're up to 4 now. So, all right, there you go. I wish I had a more clear answer. Oh, do we have super chats? Let's see. We got super chats. Okay. Jim, if you're not getting notifications, what do you think the solution is? I don't work at Google, guys. Re-sign up. Resubscribe. I don't control it. Stop telling me. Island Hermit RP, $5. Girl at my work trying to tell me looks don't matter, but I see in the guy she dates and they're all good looking, in shape. Left my head. Why is she lying to me? Because they don't want. Except for this gal, she's willing to take the truth. The vast majority of women want a life without pain. Of course, everyone wants life, but they'll lie to get it. They don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. They don't want to be, and it's not even your feelings. They don't want to feel bad about hurting your feelings. That's why they're very short-sighted. They'll lie like, yeah, here's my number. Let's go out. And you call me, hey, you want Friday? Were we supposed to go out? Hello, anything going on? See, that's okay in their mind. They'll lie. They just don't want to, They don't have balls. They really don't. What do you want? Well, God, dude, just what do you want? You'll never get the answer out of them, but you know how you can tell? Go watch the Thunder Down Under over at Excalibur Hotel in Vegas. You watch the girls line up. You just don't listen. What are you listening to words? Look at actions. Nonstop Dre. I find it hard to relax since leaving the Marines. Yeah. It's kind of I can't turn off. I just can't. What did you learn to relax? Oh, shut the fuck up, suburb boy. Did your parents? Oh, you did have your frat dues paid for. Oh, and that car was bought and paid for by dad. Yeah, no wonder. Oh, you didn't starve, huh? Dre, just throw on the switch and relax, man. Just relax. Like we just got this button. Oh, I didn't know I had this. I got the relax. Hey, who knew this? It was hidden under the couch. The relax button was hiding in the cushions between. No wonder I couldn't relax. Boop. Oh, fucking normies. James G, $2. He has nothing to say. Thank you. James G, $2 again. Thoughts on Montana, specifically billing? No. Sing with me now. No. No, that's Eastern Montana. You want to go Western Montana. Billings is an extension of Wyoming. It is a shithole. It is meth. It is homeless people. It's who dang diggly and do dang diggly doos and cousin fucking. You do not go to Billings. Nope. It's like the worst town you could pick in all of Montana. Missoula, that's lefty. Butte, Red Lodge, if you want to go a little bit smaller and hop over into Wyoming. Go Kalispell or White Falls or Whitefish. I think it's White Falls. Bozeman's all right. But if you really want pretty, I'd go up to Kalispell. If you like small, Red Lodge, I could spend an entire summer in Red Lodge. It'd be wonderful. But not Billings. God Almighty, don't go to. I just saved you $10,000 of pain and agony right there. My college girlfriend was from Malaysia. Met her on stairs. Yeah. Say, hey, how you doing? Your boyfriend like watching TV and playing video games and reading books? I don't. No. Want to go to Moab? Yeah. You know what? To the lady who did the request, for an extra couple $100, I could play the guy to make him jealous. You want to fly me out there? Give me a car rental, food. Give me a per diem. And I'll come in and make him jealous, and then he'll what's his name? Marty McFly up and punch me. And then there's the masculine guy. I'm taking my girlfriend to Moab. I'd be like, wiping the blood off my valley. There you go, boy. Yeah, we got him. Maybe you have to pay for my dental work and health bills too. Any incidentals? Nonstop Dre, $2. Cappy is going to steal his girlfriend from her. No, I got one. I don't want any. No, I'll rent. I'll have something on it. I have rent on the side, but like in the lease agreement, like you go the fuck away and you shut the fuck up and never come back. I'm not. No, I'm Abu American. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. He's got 2 wives. God bless him. Ian, $2. Relaxation is overrated. Live relentless. Yeah, but you say that now because you're probably young. Wait till you get old and it's like rant. Get up, get the coffee. Let's go. James G, thanks for the input. Going to Sheridan, Wyoming this year. Sheridan's nice. Still who dang diggly do. But Sheridan is nice. Stop at the town of Buffalo. Also nice. Who dang diggly do. Don't get in fights at the Occidental Hotel. Just a bit of advice. Fred Freeman, solid $2. Didn't it hurt when your ex-girlfriend punched you? It did. I mean, she was a little waif. And she wasn't my girlfriend. It was just, that was what made it so crazy. It's like we hadn't gone on a date in like 3 weeks by that time. And all of a sudden she just came in and, I mean, it hurt a little bit, but it was just kind of like, are you kidding me? I was more shocked that I got hit. I was like, are you oh, you are psycho. Oh, I should look her up. If I can remember. What was her name? I was going to say her last name. I don't even remember her first name. Huh. Oh, well. All right. See you guys later, Toodles.